not played this game before? Okay, we'll talk to you later. So, just to get a little perspective on this game, I was totally floored by how popular it was. There's just something special about that combination of the Erasure music with the unicorn and the gameplay that I think made everybody just want to share it with their friends and be like, check out this cool thing that I found. But it also is kind of embarrassing, like you don't really want your friends to catch you playing it. So it just had this awesome inside joke that just totally spread really fast. And I don't think there's really a formula for recreating something like this. It just hit something that was right at the time. But I did go into some really serious study and analysis to create the gameplay of this game, which is maybe like a quarter or half of its success. So hopefully tonight I can share a few ideas that are interesting for you. But first, let's tell some stories and show some of my favorite Robot Unicorn fan work. This is a girl that my friend sent me a link to on Facebook, and she had made this Robot Unicorn birthday cake, and they had this awesome party. So I sent her a note, and I'm like, this is my favorite fan art I've ever seen, and she's like, oh my god, you made my day! And she said, I plan on saving the slice with the head for the very end and adding a small tear to his eye before I devour it. This is my favorite piece of fan art, and I use it for my mouse pad. My wife printed it off and gave it to me for my birthday. And this is some more of my favorite fan art. And these are some costumes that people have made. And this was hilarious. People just started making these comic strips. Like it was this experience the first time you played the game. And people make all these cartoons about like what it was like. And all of them are like this one, where they're like, what the heck is this? And then they start playing it, and they're like, this is awesome! So it's fun to see all these people just totally get into something that I created. Here's some toys. Here's some jewelry, and this is a movie on YouTube that's, you know, it has some funny parts. This is me in my mocap suit. It's not very flattering, I know. I work at Chair Entertainment, where I do mocap acting and animation. We just finished the game Infinity Blade for iPhone. Has anybody played Infinity Blade in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Robot Unicorn is winning. We just finished that. We're owned by Epic Games, which is a huge game company, very successful. This is the president, Mike Capps, and Cliff Blazinski, one of their lead designers. They make Gears of War, which is a very manly game. And one time Mike Capps was in Utah with us, and he took us out to dinner to this awesome place up in Salt Lake. I don't remember the name. But they bought us these $17 truffle burgers, and they were amazing. They were so delicious. And while we were there, of course, Mike Capps is this really important guy in the game industry, and I'm kind of nervous, like, oh, I hope he thinks I'm cool. And he and the creative director at our company are over sitting at the end of the table talking about important stuff. And then they're like, hey, Scott, come over here. And I was like, okay. So I walk over, and I'm like, why did they call me over? And then they're like, this girl's playing Robot Unicorn Attack. And there's this little girl at the table next to us playing her Robot Unicorn. And so then I asked Mike, well, do you have Robot Unicorn on your iPhone? And he said, you know what, I don't. You haven't gifted it to me yet. So I sent it to him, and it made him very happy. So there's something about this game that you have this